Hello, welcome. Let's try to solve another Leetcode problem. 2275. Largest combination with bitwise add greater than 0. So for this problem, we are giving array nums, and we're going to use the bitwise add operation. So this is just an example of what is a bitwise add operation. And for example, if there is only a single number 7, so the bitwise add is 7. So we are giving a array of positive integers, so this is the candidate. So we just want to choose the maximum numbers inside of the candidates. And we're going to return the size of the largest combinations. And we can choose like any numbers. So for example, if we choose like 16, 17, 62, and 24, so the length of the subarray is going to be 4, and this is going to be longest. And we cannot find a longer one, which the bitwise add operation is more than 0. And for this one, so it's going to be 2. So the largest combination is 8 and 8. Because the bitwise add of 8 and 8 is equal to 8, it is more than 0. So the size is going to be 2. I think this problem is going to be really basic bitwise manipulation problem. So for each of the numbers, so for example, we're going to check each of the number. We just wanted to turn it to the bitwise. So for example, this is 16. Maybe another one it is 17. So if it is 17, it's going to be something like this. I'm not going to try all the numbers. So maybe the next number is 1. So this is going to be like 0, 0. And maybe the next number is 3. It's going to be 1, 1. And this is going to be 0, and 0, and 0. So my answer is that I want to choose the maximum numbers inside this kind of all those numbers. So what I'm gonna do is so how can we solve this problem easily? So we are having such kind of numbers, and we want to choose as many as we want. So the condition is that the bitwise add should be more than 0. So how can we choose? So first of all, we're gonna turn all the numbers to a 32-bit number, and all of them are gonna be the 32-bit number. And for this one, we're gonna check how many ones? 1, 2, 3. So at the 0 bit, it's going to be 3 ones. So what about bit 1? At bit 1, there will be 1 with bit 1. And this is going to be 0, and this is going to be 0, and this is going to be 2. So what is going to be the maximum number? So the maximum number is going to be 3. So this means for those 3 numbers, definitely the bitwise add is going to be at least 1. It means it's going to be more than 0, because here has 1, 1, 1. So it means the bitwise add at this bit it's going to be more than 0. So the final number is going to be more than 0, because we don't care about this bit and this bit here. We only consider those common bits. So if the common bits is 3, so we're going to return the maximum number going to be 3. So this is the only idea to solve the problem. It's going to be really, I think it's going to be really easy to think about how to solve it. Now let's just check how can we implement this problem? So we're going to prepare a result array. Let me just prepare 32 bits. Now we are going to check each number inside the candidates. So this is going to be each of the number. So for the number, I want to turn it into a 2-bit and bitwise. So I'm going to use the bitwise operation. So I'm going to turn this number to the 0 and 1 bit. So I'm going to turn this number, say, into a bitwise 2 with 0 and 1 bit. So I'm going to use a bin with this one. But I want to take out the characters. So I'm going to starting from the index 2. And I want to reverse it, because I'm going to check. So for example, I'm going to check. So for example, if I turn it to a 2-bit, it's going to be something like 0x with 0, 1, 0, 1, something like that. And for this number, I want to reverse it. So 0, 1, 0, 1, I want to reverse it to 1, 0 and 1, 0. Now, this first bit, this one gonna be my 0 bit. I want to put it inside the result. So for I num in enumerate the string. So I'm gonna check the num. Is this num equal to 1 bit? So the result I am gonna plus equal to 1. Finally, I just need to return the maximum of the result, because as I said before, we only consider the maximum common bits. So for example, this is a 1, 1, 1, 1, this is a 1, 1, 0, 1, and this is a 1, 1, maybe 0, 0, and this is 1, 0, 0, and 0. So we only consider this bit. Yeah, because 1, 1, 1, 1, we use the bitwise add operation, so the final answer gonna be at least 1. It's gonna be more than 0. So we just need to choose the maximum. Yeah, so in this case, it's gonna be 4. So we just need to return the maximum of the result array. Now let me just run it to check. As you can see, it works. Now let me submit it. As you can see, it works, and it's pretty fast. Now let's analyze the time complexity. So as the length of the candidates is 10 to the power of 5, and this array is 32. Yeah, so the final complexity would be 32 times 10 to the power of 5. Yeah. Because the number is going to be maximum 10 to the power of 7, maybe we can reduce it to 28, or yeah, I don't know, maybe 28. I think that is also okay, but it doesn't matter because the numbers would be more than that. Yeah, as you can see, it is the same result. But for us, we can normally prepare a 32. This is safe enough to us to let it pass for all testing cases. Thank you for watching. See you next time.